Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. Welcome my friends and welcome to my channel Fountain Pen Therapy. Welcome to another episode of Inky Shorts, where from time to time I will be reviewing a series of recently purchased inks to give you an idea of what the swatches look like and then hopefully assist you in making your own purchases or your own choices of ink. That's the objective here, and I provide some of the comments and the opportunity for you to see these inks firsthand. So this is the second of a series of 4, and I have a series of 8, I should say, but they come in a series of 4 Manu inks with these dual shading inks. And here you have it. We have the Manu ink Ayame. Then we have the Manu ink Inoki, and I must say there's very little difference, at least on the bottle. We'll see what gives on paper. Then I have the Manu ink Fuji and the Manu ink Koki. So those are the 4 that we'll be looking at in this episode of Inky Shorts. Once again, with regard to the paper, you'll recall that this is with the previous 4 Manu inks that I reviewed. I'm using my Inkpressions Tomoe River ink journal, where I will be swatching these 4 inks. So we're now back, and as you can see, everything is dried up. The same thing, eh? We see that the base of the color is the color that we see on this bottle, and then it gets dominated by this pinkish shading with the greenish outlines. And the difference between, by the way, these two, in my opinion, is that the base is a little bit darker on the Inoki, is a little lighter in the Ayame. And the base of this one, which is the Fuji, is more on the purplish side, if you will, as opposed to the green or light green. And then there's this tealish green here, which is the base of this color. But as you could see, they are 4 very similar inks, although this last one I think kind of pretty different. There's more on the bluer side, and this one gives it more of a, the purple sticks out a little more. So it's in variations, if you will, So very interesting. And also when you look at the writing, the actual writing sample, that shading or the difference, this dual shading, actually comes out in the handwriting as well, which is very, very interesting. So maybe what I'll do is that I will ink up 2 pens just to kind of show how the handwriting comes out with these inks. So it would give you a better idea of how dual shading Manu inks actually write. So we'll do that and add it to my video. What do you say? So That's it. So stay tuned, please. Okay, so I'm back as promised. What I thought I'd do is just to even for my own satisfaction. I mean, the inks are nice when you take swatches, but ultimately you want to be able to write with them and be pleased about what you're ultimately using these inks for. So what I'm going to be doing here is, by the way, this pen I think kind of matches the inks in the sense that you have this green outline with the pinkish dominant shading. Now my camera is not behaving, so let me just make sure. Here we go. So let's look at how this Koki. So these are, look, the fact of the matter is it's not like using Sailor Blue Black, you know, which is a very, very nice ink and goes down wet and very, very, very thick color. But I'm not a great fan of these dual, as they call them, dual shading inks. They go down a little bit too light for my taste, but still a very interesting ink and much darker than I originally thought. So there you have it, just to kind of finish up my review so you get an idea of what the inks look like when they're actually used to write on this Toma River paper. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for my next Inky Shorts sometime soon. Fountain Pen Therapy.